everyone, and welcome to Chef Shelley's Kitchen. Today I have a real treat for you, particularly on those cold days. We're gonna make chicken tortilla soup. And we have to thank my high school friend Deidre for this because she asked me, see, when you ask, you shall receive. She asked me, Shelley, do you have some soups? You know, it's getting cold here up in the north, and so do you have some soups? And as you know, I have the chili out there, which is great to serve on those cold nights. But I just thought, let me come up with some other soups that would be helpful. I also put the chicken noodle soup out there, especially good if you're fighting the flu or any other kind of like head cold. And so this is another one to add to that. And I love chicken tortilla soup. I'll be honest with you, when I travel to Denver, and it's true, I think most Hyatt hotels, they have the most phenomenal chicken tortilla soup. And I usually go there, I order a salad, the soup, and then they bring some bread, and I'm like a really happy person. So we are gonna do this in a couple of stages because we are cooking it also, one of my favorite tools, the crock pot. And so we're gonna have to let the crock pot do its thing. We're actually gonna be cooking this mixture for about 3 hours on high. And so then we'll come back and then we'll add some other ingredients and then you can also see it, okay? So the first thing we're gonna do, I actually started the crock pot already, get it warmed up. I do have it on high. I have 3 pieces of breast. If you're a dark meat person, then I would suggest you use thighs, because what you want to do is to be able to break up the meat in the tortilla soup. So we're going to go on and add these 3 pieces of breast. My husband and I like breast, although he likes thigh as well. So for now, we're just going to do 3 breast, okay? Make it real simple. We're going to also add 2 cans of diced tomatoes, inclusive of the juice. So we're going to, and as a matter of fact, one of the things I did want to do, I'm going to take the rest of this. I put 1 can in. The rest of it I want to mix up in a bowl because I want to make sure I've got everything mixed. These are diced green chili. We're going to put this in our bowl also. I'm also going to be adding a ½ cup of chicken broth. So we're going to do that. 2 cloves of garlic. So we're going to scoop that in. And this is also a teaspoon of cumin, little fancy pronunciation. 1 onion, yellow onion, and I just had that chopped up. And then we're gonna start out, we're gonna add a little bit of salt, and more than likely towards the end I'm going to taste it and see if I need more. But I'm gonna add kind of my first sprinkle of salt and pepper. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of mix this together like so, okay? And we're just going to pour this on top of the chicken. So, you know, I already had 1 bit of tomatoes in there, and we're just going to add this on top of it, okay? So the mixture kind of looks like that, but we wanted to be able to mix it together so that it could spread evenly. So I'm going to just pour this now on top of the chicken and the 1 can of tomatoes that I already have in there. Just get this kind of out of the way. I'm going to just stir it around just a little bit like so. And as I said, we're going to let this cook for 3 hours, and then we'll come back. I'll show you the texture, and then we'll finish it off with a few little items, okay? So here's a beautiful thing. Again, how easy was that? I took the time, of course, to chop up everything, no problem. But we're gonna now just, and again, this is one of those things that if you do it before you leave for work, you can put it on low and, you know, let it cook until you get home. So we're gonna put the lid on it. I've got mine again on high. We're gonna let it cook for 3 hours, come back, then we're gonna tear up the meat and add a few other ingredients, okay? So more to come. Okay, we're back. We've allowed the chili now to cook for 3 hours thereabout. Again, it's not exact. Let's just say at least 3 hours. And basically the consistency we're after is we want to make sure that first of all, the tomatoes and all the things we put in there have had a chance to kind of cook and meld together. But most importantly, the chicken is falling apart. So what I've actually done before we came back is I took the 3 chicken breasts. You remember I put those in there, and I just took a fork. You can take them out and just shred them just for purposes of timing, and you can just kind of cut them. So this is what you want it to look like, so that you have pieces of chicken. So it should just kind of be broken apart. You can just, you know, shred it or cut it. But this looks, and let me tell you guys, it smells phenomenal. So there are 2 things that I'm going to add, and what I would say too, some of you like your chicken tortilla soup with other vegetables added. Jazz it up however you want. I was talking with my sister Karen earlier, and she goes, well, I like corn in my tortilla soup. Wonderful, add corn, okay? So if it's actually something that's come out of the can, it's actually already cooked, you can put it in now because you don't want to have it too overcooked. I'm actually going to even add some black beans, so I'm going to go add the black beans right now to my soup, because that's a nice, and another add to protein, and it just changes up the look a little bit. And again, I'm going to show this to you. But if you'd like to add some corn, you can add the corn. I'm also going to add, this is actually 2 tablespoons of fresh cilantro. So I cut this up a little earlier, and now I'm going to mix it in. And you're just mixing it in. You want it fresh because we're going to actually scoop this now into a bowl, and we're going to add our nice toppings to it as well. So I'm just going to stir it around really well. I'm going to just show you kind of what the end product looks like. And you can leave the beans in longer if you want. Remember, when they're in the can like that, they're already, you know, done. You're just warming them up anyway. So I'm just going to stir it around really nicely, like so. And then I'm going to scoop some in a bowl so we can take a look at it. And we're going to have to take a taste of it. Okay, so with that, we've got our nice handy bowl here. I'm going to just scoop a little bit in, and then I'm going to get you to see the different things you can add to it as well. So you can see that looks delicious. So let me move the crock pot back because there are a couple of things we want to add to it. I'm going to actually top it off with just some pieces of avocado. So just chop those up. Just get a couple little pieces of avocado. Put that on there. Sounds delicious. One thing I would also say is if you find that, remember I said earlier, you need to season the salt and the pepper to taste. So if you want to definitely, you know, after it starts cooking, you want to make sure that you add some more salt and pepper if you need to. So you have to just kind of taste it. This is actually shredded Monterey Jack Cheese. So we're gonna put some cheese on top of it. Again, delicious, delicious. Gonna do that. I'm also going to squeeze a little bit. This is 1/4 of a lime, so I'm gonna squeeze a little lime juice on top of it as well. And then the thing that I'm gonna top it off with are some tortilla strips. Now I went to the store to get these tortilla strips rather. I looked all over the place in the grocery store. These are in the salad section, so near the croutons and the salad dressing. But you just kind of want to get, and I love the different colors, you know, variety of colors, but you want the strips, okay? So you're just going to add your little strips to the top, just a little handful, if you will. And some people like adding, you know, any other kinds of cheese. This is where you need to customize it, right? And make it your own. If there's some other cheeses or things you want to add. This is what I like. I think hindsight 2020, I would have added some corn. But anyway, we're going to give this a try. It's looking awfully delicious. And my light just went out in the back. So I'm sure some of you probably see that. I actually have a motion sensor light in my kitchen. And the good part is it turns off when there's not motion. The bad part is it turns off when there's no motion, and because I'm not in the line of sight, that's what happens. So if you say, why does her light turn off? So sometimes I forget to go back and I'm not able to manually switch it. So anyway, here we go. Let's give this a try. Oh, this is good. This is good. I love the crunch from the tortilla. The cheese is gooey. Oh my God. So there you have it. Chicken, tortilla soup. Tweak it the way you want. At least you have the basic ingredients. Remember, I'll post the amounts of everything that you need to include on the page in the description. Thank you so much for joining me once again. And remember, send me your comments. You can thank Deidre because of this soup. She was my inspiration. And please give me your feedback. Have it at parties, whatever. And don't forget to share the post. All right? Until we see each other again. Bye-bye.